10 men. They had more chances, Man United, when they were with 10 than they were with 11. So therefore it means that they all of a sudden less concentration, and that's where they scored. Man United scored a goal.
Mark Clattenburg has already gone up to receive the trophy. The Crystal Palace players are now climbing those steps. A tough experience, isn't it, Alan, to go up all those steps after a defeat like that?
It's horrible, Gary. They've worked their socks off. Probably didn't play as well as they wanted to. They still had one or two chances. But it's a long old walk up those stairs. You've worked so hard from January onwards to here, and they'll be bitterly disappointed. It's a horrible feeling for those boys now.
I think the other thing for those lads as well is that they might not get that opportunity again.
Yeah.
That's the disappointing thing.
We can hear from the winning manager, Louis van Gaals, with Dan.
Yeah, thank you, Gary. Louis wants us to talk to his players, but I'd love to grab a word with you as well. We saw you celebrate not only the first goal for Manchester United, but the winner. It was a special occasion for you and for your players.
It's fantastic to win this title for the club, for the fans, and also for me, because now I have won the cup in 4 countries. Not many managers can say that, so I'm very happy.
Were you concerned at any point that the final was getting away from you, that it was going to be one of those days?
Of course. Because with 10 players, and we have played Tuesday evening also, but we have deserved it, I think.
Talk us about your match winner, Jesse Lingard, and that goal. Just quickly about Lingard, what about that goal?
Yeah,
we'll walk with you.
A super goal, eh? But we need it.
OK, enjoy the celebrations.
And the presentations ensue. There's Steve Parish congratulating his players on their efforts. Crystal Palace fans distraught, as you might expect, and so too, I'm sure, many of those players walking along. Wasn't to be so close. They took the lead with not too long ago. But how big a moment is this, do you think, Alan, for Manchester United? Is this a turning point, perhaps, after a few years of frustration?
Well, they're young players, and Lingard was obviously correct. He'd have been bitterly disappointed not to have started the game. He took it in the right way, very much like Punchin did in return for Palace. But yes, it was a big decision to change it from the manager. He did change it. It worked for him, so he deserves credit for that. And it was an amazing strike. But yeah, the youngsters have been a big part of what they've done, certainly in the last. It's been more like Man United, hasn't it? The last 3 or 4 weeks, they've had more energy, they've had more pace about them. But is it too little, too late? Fantastic strike to win any football match, let alone an FA Cup final.
I personally think they still need some investment from if they want to challenge.
Oh, massive.
Because that's not a brilliant Man United side. They played well and they deserved it today, but they're not.
They missed something in midfield.
Yeah.
The creativity, pace. Rooney and Carrick, they sit back all the time, so they don't go forward too much. So, but nevertheless, it's still a great achievement of Van Gaal. I think I'm very happy for him. Of all the critics. So
well, there go the Manchester United players, led by their captain Wayne Rooney. They're going to receive that trophy very shortly. So let's rejoin our commentator Guy Mowbray.
Well, another enthralling season in the FA Cup has ended as it started. This the 735th tie this season. Tie number 1, 16th of August, finished Penrith 1, Jarrow Roofing 2, watched by a crowd of 110. And there'll be another 736 clubs entering next season's competition, which will start in just under 3 months' time. It's a walk of joy for Wayne Rooney up the Wembley steps to get his hands on the famous old trophy. Wayne Rooney and Michael Carrick completing their set. They won the Premier League, they won the League Cup, and now they have all the domestic trophies, winners' medals in their possession in just a few moments' time. Might be a springing Wayne Rooney step to take to the European Championships with England too. I wouldn't be surprised if Jesse Lingard manages to positively hurtle up those last few steps. The boy from Warrington is the player who has won the 2016 FA Cup for Manchester United. winning in white in a final too, as they did in Rotterdam in 1991 in the Cup Winners' Cup, and way back in 1909 FA Cup against Bristol City. All the players will gather before Wayne Rooney is allowed to get his hands on the trophy. It's a rather more sedate walk up the steps for Louis van Gaal, their 64-year-old manager. Is this to be his final game in charge of United? Well, what a way to sign out if that's the way he's going. Now, it used to be protocol that if you'd been sent off you couldn't go up and get your medal, but Chris Smalling has joined the crowd, and Greg Dyke and His Royal Highness the Duke of Cambridge are enthusiastically dishing out the prizes. Broad smile on the face of Sir Bobby Charlton too. Wayne Rooney is going to be the 9th different FA Cup final winning captain for Manchester United. A kiss from Carrick, a kiss from Rooney, and a lift of the world's greatest cup for Manchester United. FA Cup winners 2016.
Manchester United celebrate winning a trophy. It's been a while, and Louis van Gaal, does he end his career with a trophy, or is there more to come from the Dutchman? We shall see, no doubt, over the few weeks to come. Michael Carrick lifting the trophy. Anthony Martial has been so impressive in his first season at Manchester United. And Alan, good moments for these Manchester United players at the end of a tough time.
It's been a tough season for them. Very bitterly disappointed, obviously, not to qualify for the Champions League. But they were the better team today. They had obviously had more possession, they had more chances, and they did deserve to win the game.
And he certainly deserves his hands on that trophy, doesn't he? What a remarkable goal for David De Gea is Ruud.
He's unbelievable. And I think, you know, without him it would have been much more difficult.
Got to keep him, Ruud.
Yes, they got to keep him. It was good also that they kept him. Yeah. Because, you know, Real Madrid was working on, you know, so therefore...
Let's have a look at that winning goal, and what a special goal it was from